Welcome to the Laurent Business Channel, where I teach you how to build a 6 to 7 figure personal brand organically to get organic leads to your product and offer on business principles. I hope you're having a good day, but now if you're watching this video, you are going to have an even better day because you're going to know and learn what your bottleneck is in your personal brand, because I'm here to teach you. If you don't know who I am, I'm Laurent. I've been building my personal brand for over 9 years on every social media platform. I started with YouTube. It took me 2 years to actually gain traction, but when I learned, I started a trend, and when I used that trend to point the attention to myself, I stayed relevant over the 9 years, and that's why I'm here now, and that's why you're here watching me now. So you may have a problem, right? You want to build a 7-figure personal brand, but you aren't there yet. You're starting and you don't know how to get there. So we're going to say this is you right here on my big whiteboard, okay? We're going to make you like this. We're going to make you smile because you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, so you're already a winner. So of course you're going to smile. And you want to get here to a 7-figure personal brand. Well, how do you do that? Because it's very simple. You just go from here to there, but you need to walk the road to get there. You need to learn the skill set that it takes to build a personal brand to get there, okay? You need to know how to make the content. So you're doing it now, but you aren't growing and you want to see growth. Why aren't you growing? Very simple. It's a couple bottlenecks that it doesn't have to do with your content. It doesn't have to do with the algorithm, but it has to do with who you are, who you're trying to portray yourself to be through your personal brand on social media. And that is the biggest thing. So let's say this is the bottlenecks that you have to get up there, right? We'll write this here. How do you get from here to a 7-figure personal brand? Well, attraction. That's one thing, okay? So this is how you do it. I'm gonna break down how you do it first. Actually, you have to attract people to you. So you naturally attract to a 7-figure personal brand because I'm left-handed. So if this look awkward, I'm gonna write this note here. People attract to you. Very simple, attraction. These two things, right? So people attract to you. And don't mind if my handwriting is sloppy. I'm meant to be a warrior, but you know, God placed me in this time. If I was placed in 1600s, I would have been overtook Julius Caesar, okay? But my handwriting is sloppy. I'm not meant to be, well, I am philosophical. My bad. Let me lock in, okay? So people attract to you. That is how you get a 7-figure personal brand, by attraction. So what's stopping you from attracting people to you, right? Because you think, oh, if I make content, I gotta post to get views, to get followers, so people can follow me, they'll like me. Well, what you're doing is chasing the views, chasing the followers, and you are not attracting. So how do you get people to attract to you? Because this is your first bottleneck. Well, this is the bad thing you're doing. Bad stuff is in red, okay? You are copying others. So this is why you're failing the connection between these two, because you are copying other people. See the big X in the middle? That is a blocking of your personal brand. That's your bottleneck right there. So it's very easy to look at somebody else's content and see, okay, this is working for them, so let me copy that. But as you copy, you begin to take on their personality, you take on their words and their whole thought process. And people go and say, well, I heard this before, I'm just gonna scroll past, right? It's like the common saying, if you made a reel talking about, well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, is that gonna make you, or would you look at that person who did that reel stand out to you? Or haven't you heard that before since you were 6 years old? So you'll just, yeah, that's true, and scroll past. And that's exactly how people are looking at your videos, because you are copying others. So what do you need to do? To not copy others, which is not allowing you to attract people to you, but see your content and scroll past, and green is good, okay guys, green is good. You need to simply reveal yourself. There, yeah, I can't say reveal yourself to the world, but you need to reveal yourself to the world. That is what your personal brand is. And this is how you attract people to you, right? So now you aren't chasing followers, you aren't chasing views, but you are simply revealing yourself to the world. Now, how do you reveal yourself to the world? Very simple. by simply showing your day to day with value. Okay? Let me add with value, that's important. With value. That's very important. So you see how we break this down. You attract people to you by not copying others, because people just, okay, whatever. But when you reveal yourself to the world, people naturally like you and they're attracted to you because they feel your energy, your presence through the content that you make, and you are revealing yourself to the world in that way by showing your day-to-day life and giving value in your day-to-day life. So what does this look like, right? You go through the day, you're going through your business, and you speak about your product and your offer and how that helped you bridge the gap between problem and solution. Well, you have to speak about, well, I was here at this point, and I did this, my mindset did this, and I made it to here. And my product shows you how to do the same thing. You have to relate your life, your own story, to the value that you give to people. That's all you have to do. So now you clicked on this video like, oh, maybe it's an algorithm hack. Maybe it's my content I'm doing. Well, yeah, it is your content you're doing. Well, maybe it's I'm not posting at the wrong times or right times. No, you're just trying to copy other people, see what works for somebody else and believes it works for you. But God made only one you, one vision for you, one life for you. So you need to stick to the script that God has for you. And that means being aligned with God fully, because that's the best life He has for you. Our heart desires that the Lord has given us is tied into the purpose that He has for us. So what you want to do is actually tied to the purpose God has for you. So you need to stick with it, because you have an amazing story to tell. Nobody will care if you're not successful. So that's why you're here watching this video, so you can be successful and people care about your story. And this is one of the things that is messing you up from not actually bringing in views for your personal brand. Bringing in the views, the followers, the clients, the leads organically, because you are missing the attraction. People attract to you. You're missing it because you're copying others. What you need to do to fix it is reveal yourself to the world, showing your day-to-day with value, sharing your story with people. I'm gonna add that as well. You need to share. My hand, this is so sloppy, I'm sorry. Share your story with others. Plus value. That's very important, because we don't base it off perfection. And this is another thing that's messing you up from actually getting the leads, getting the success in your personal brand, is because you're trying to be perfect. We do not base our personal brand off perfection. Perfection is terrible, right? For example, this building is being built behind me. This building that I live in is always being updated. It's always some construction. It's freaking ugly and it's loud because they're trying to perfect it. But if they left it how it is, just how it was made to be, then it will be beautiful and peaceful. So in your content, you need to relate that I'm trying to be perfect in my content, and it makes it now noisy, cloudy. Nobody wants that. But what I need to do is attract people to me, stop copying others, but reveal myself to the world by showing my day-to-day and giving value in my day-to-day, as well as sharing my story, what I've been through, while giving value to people so they don't make the same mistakes that I make. That is exactly what your personal brand is, and that is exactly how you will begin to attract people to you, by following this system right here. And this is the gateway to having a 7-figure personal brand, because we follow this kingdom principle, right? This is another thing that's stopping you from actually doing this. Attraction on one side, and this side is going to hit you a little deeply, so I need you to bear with me. This is the kingdom principle side. How do you build a 7-figure personal brand? Serve others. And these two go hand in hand, because now when you do this, you serve others, you attract them to you, and then you break that down. So we follow this, I know I said this before, but we follow this kingdom principle that Jesus Christ has laid out for us, okay? And the kingdom principle is God hasn't come to be served, but to serve. Let me write that down. Actually, I grabbed the wrong marker. Write that down. The scripture, by the way, God didn't come to be served, but to serve. Right there. God didn't come to be served, but to serve. So you must serve others. We follow Jesus Christ. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. But if they obey my teaching, they will obey yours as well. So if we aren't greater than our master, the king of the universe, literally, then if he came to not be served, but to serve, that means we serve others. That means in our content, we don't seek to glorify ourselves. We don't do this. This is why it's in red. This is wrong. Because when you glorify yourself, you do not attract people to you, but you often repel them. And the only people you attract, especially if you have a product and offer, is the brokies who don't have the life that you want, and they think their answers are found in a glorified life, which is not. The answers are found above in God, and you're just letting your light shine bright before others so they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And this is why you repel the brokies by giving them value, because the value you give, they won't want to act on it. It'll give them a headache. They want to scroll brain rot. This is how you repel brokies, okay? That's a good one, actually. Glorify ourselves. What's this do? Attract brokies. You don't want this. Glorify yourself attracts brokies, okay? What do you want? You want qualified leads. So, God didn't come to be served, but to serve. Attracts quality. Okay? Glorify ourselves, attracts brokies. God didn't come to be served, but to serve, attracts quality right here. That is what you want. You don't want to attract the brokies. But when you serve others by going to our attraction point, people attracted to you, you don't do that by copying others, glorifying yourself just as everybody else does, but truly revealing yourself to the world, sharing your day-to-day with value, and share your story with value also, sharing who you are, revealing you to the world. You are serving other people and showing them that you have the same problem they did. This is how you got over it, and you're offering your product and offer to give them a solution to that problem to make it through. That's the value add. When you glorify yourself, random LARP clips, then you're going to attract the brokies who say, man, I want to retire my mom and buy a C8 Corvette, bro. That's the goal one day. Like, what purpose and mission do you have in the world? Do you not dream of anything bigger? That's all you see? Come on, bro. This is regular, normal, brokey stuff, bro. Okay, we have that. It's easy. Like, oh, you got a Ferrari. Woo. Like, bro, of course. We're winners. Children of God are all winners, of course. But when you serve others, you attract quality. Serve others, attract quality. These two things, these two principles, what you need to switch and flip and making your content of copying other people, revealing yourself to the world, your day-to-day story, while also serving them and giving them the value that they need to have, the value that you have, revealing that to them, is how you go to the point of where you are now to, we'll say, one figure, right here, one fig PB, with sad face. That's where you are. But this is how you get to the 7-figure personal brand. By these two principles, as long as you put those two principles into play, you will see the biggest shift and change in your content and your personal brand. You'll start to see the quality leads actually come as you repel the brokey leads, because you aren't trying to flex on people and show people what you have, but you're trying to serve them and give them value. You will see the new followers. You will see the new views. You'll see an abundance of views because you are only giving value to people and you are genuinely having an impact and a change in somebody's life. And this is another kingdom principle that we follow, right? We don't work to achieve things in the world, but we store up treasures in heaven. And the stuff in this world is a byproduct of our treasures in heaven. So every day in our content, we don't show up and say, well, I need to get the views, I need to get the leads. We say, no, this is the person that I'm here to serve today. So whoever has the ears to hear, they will hear the message that I have to say today. And they will gain the value, and their life will be ultimately better and changed because they listened to the value that I had and implemented it. That's all. We only focus on serving those who are watching us, and the Lord will take care of the outcome. The outcome, the victory, the win is in the hands of the Lord. They become a client and pay you your thousands of dollars, that belongs to the Lord. But your job is to serve those who are watching you. That's it. Once you figure that out, you will have a 7-figure personal brand, all organic, and they will be coming to you. Let me write that down. Organic. That's the goal. Boom, right there. So please fix these 2 things in your content, and you will see the biggest shift, the biggest growth. You will see that you will start attracting people, instead of repelling them away, chasing them. You will see that once you serve others, you will attract quality leads because you are storing up treasures in heaven by giving them the value and the story you share in your day-to-day life, what you're doing now. So I hope you guys did learn from this video, which I know you 100% did learn actually, and implement this in your personal brand. Come back to this video once you do and comment down below and let me know how the changes actually work, because I guarantee you this will change for you. So if you are ready to actually stop playing with growing your personal brand and say, you know what, this really helped, but I need to lock in every single week. I need your attention on my page specifically, Josh, on what I need to do to change my content. Well, you're in luck, because what you can do is go to the link in the description and apply to work with me on one-on-one coaching, where we really dial in and fix what is wrong in your bottleneck in your personal brand for you. So you can be able to attract those organic leads. You can also have a network with Christ-like-minded entrepreneurs who are winning, by the way. I'm talking my clients doing 10K in 2 days, 5K in a week, and their back-end systems with their WAP and their community. When I talk to them with their offer, another one did 10K, just reached this 10K goal for his product and offer as well. You can join the winners like that who are Christ, foundation of Jesus Christ. All you have to do is apply to work with me one-on-one, see if we actually fit to work. Link in description to join Saint University, God's Work Love, by the way. We're lit. So you want that, learn from this. You want more in depth with me one-on-one, link in the description. I know you guys did enjoy. I was going to say, I hope you did. I know you enjoyed, and I know you learned something from this video. Subscribe, turn on post notifications. There are more to come, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And most importantly, when you apply, let me know the questions on the phone. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.